Piece! Oh my god.
So, wow, this chapter is quick. It was short, but sweet. Mm-hmm. Like, Jesus.
Did I see a break? Is there a break coming? Is that what I saw?
Yeah, it's a break.
Yeah, figured. But I'm going to start off with this, Thurman. I have an observation. Okay. Do you notice that? What? Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
You called it, bro. When I read that panel, I was beating my chest.
For the honor of me calling it?
Oh my God. I was literally like, oh my, because I was in the living room talking to my sister about food, right? Mm-hmm. So I was reading it while we were talking about food,
right?
And then that came up, and I was like, oh, right.
Okay, which part did I call? You got to remind me.
Okay, so I guess we're going straight to it then. Page 14. When Komurasaki confirmed the little sister of.
Oh yeah, totally. But that was easy. Like. Everyone fucking called that shit.
Nah, but I'm giving you the credit because I'm the person that you heard it from.
Yeah, no, that's cool for sure. And like, there's a lot. I like this. You know, this will be interesting because essentially, I'm trying to figure out. There's so much dynamics that can happen here. I mean, like, I already made the joke of like Momo being like, "Oh my God, sister, I haven't seen." For him, his sister like a week ago in his mind was like a baby, and now she's a prostitute. That's got to be awkward, right?
Bro, she's been fucking.
Oh, she's been fucking all right.
She's been fucking men and then taking their money and shit. Bruh.
She grow up to be a perfect shonen woman. All right.
Bro, that's crazy.
What would Nux say about this?
It's funny, too, because when we were first introduced, we were like, she's such a bitch, we hate her. Now we're like,
I remember that. Dude, I remember when she was first introduced. Do you remember what it fucking showed? It showed her, like pretending like, she was like, oh, I don't want to be, Orochi's plaything. Please free me from this. And then the old rich guy was like, oh, I will. I'll do it for you. I'll buy you away from them. And then she's like, lol, JK, I just took all your possessions. And then you were like, fuck this bitch. I think you even said, like, she's taking the gold digging trophy from Nami.
Bruh, but now Oda's doing that. Oh, no, she's not a bitch.
This is an Oda trope, and I'm curious in your thoughts on this, because Oda does do this a lot, right? I'm noticing a trend where, like let's look at this, right? Okay, so Dressrosa introduces female who's being a bitch, right? So Viola stomping on Sanji, being a bitch. Turns out to be great and awesome and actually really nice. Okay? Whole Cake Island introduces female who is bitch. Pudding turns out to be actually nice. And Wano introduces female who is bitch. Turns out to be actually nice. So to me, it almost seems as though Oda doesn't think females can be mean. They're just perfect angels.
So basically, two of those are pair ships with Sanji.
That's
and
true.
This
Sanji's been getting like mad puss. Post time skip.
It's Zoro's turn now.
Ah! Yo! Oh my God! I need to think about that. Komurasaki and Zoro are just alone right now. Yo.
It's Zoro's turn, bro.
It's time for the setup of a hentai, isn't it? Like, Zoro saves fucking Komurasaki, and she's like, "Oh, whatever can I do to repay you?"
Oda was like, "Fuck Takashigi, fuck Robin. Zoro. We're giving Zoro a proper woman."
Yeah, I mean, this is like
women.
I mean, the way that they hype up her beauty, like, it's like she competes with Empress Hancock, So I mean, good for Zoro.
Bro, imagine the banter between Zoro and Sanji. Zoro's like, "Oh yeah, by the way,
Zoro I tapped that.
I smashed.
I smashed. What did you get? What did you get, Sanji? Some underage fucking like jailbait, 3-eyed motherfucker."
Bro, it's so funny because Sanji technically didn't get his W. He got his ass beat by Nami.
He kissed her and then forgot about it. Yeah. Remember,
bro, this chapter,
those memories are erased.
Sanji got his ass beat by Nami.
Oh my God, Sanji got the Luffy treatment. Do you remember when Luffy? Like, I'm pretty sure it was Water 7 or Enies Lobby when Luffy had his face beaten that big too, and it was all like black and blue and horrifying. Remember that his lips were all big and shit.
So
And Frankie's like actually perplexed in the background, like, how does your face look like that?
Sanji got that, but Zoro's over here getting that Kurosaki most beautiful woman in fucking Wano treatment, bro. Zoro's taking those W's. Oda clearly has favoritism right now.
And don't forget too, Zoro and apparently off screen kind of had like a mentor relationship with Momo. So how is Momo gonna feel when Zoro reveals that he fucked his sister?
Bruh.
Think about Momo, the fucking 10-year-old. Hey, what's up, Momo? Fuck your little sister.
Bruh, Momo.
The power of time travel. I was able to fuck a 10-year-old's little sister. I can't even.
Bruh.
I can't. I'm on so many lists right now.
Bruh, Momo. Bro, I guarantee you Momo will be like, my nigga. Bruh. I'm This man, Zoro is taking W's. Oh my god.
By the way, I just want to bring up, I've thought about going back to college for like political science and politics and shit. I've thought about one day running for like a local position, and I really want to help people. I like the idea of getting into politics and helping people. I can never get into politics. Because of this fucking channel that I love so much, I will never, in a million years, be able to get into politics. So I really had to choose my dreams. I was like, either I can be a YouTuber or I can be a politician, but one of the good ones. And apparently I've chosen YouTuber, because that'll never fly. Now, I've noticed something, Thurman. I have a question for you. Another Oda trope that I love so dearly is Zoro getting injured before final battles.
Bruh.
Let's walk through this here, okay? Zoro gets sliced by Mihawk in the Baratie, and thus doesn't have his full strength for Arlong. Okay? Zoro getting, and then that slice followed him through for quite a while. I believe, and now I'm thinking, Zoro gets super fucked up by Kuma in Thriller Bark, therefore is injured through the entirety of Subodi Archipelago, can't fight seriously there. I'm pretty sure, because I had recently seen a Reddit post where they went through all of them, and there was a bunch, right? So I saw, he's like, oh no, I got injured before the final battle. I'm sitting here like, I feel like this is like an Oda ploy, where Zoro is actually secretly stronger than Luffy, so he's got to nerf Zoro before every final battle. That's the Zoro fanboy ending coming out.
He has to nerf him, or he'll solo Kaido.
One-shot Kaido!
It's confirmed. Zoro strongest confirmed.
Bro, I love the idea. That actually sounds like a fucking hilarious, Zoro fanboy theory. I love the idea of, some really, really just crazy Zoro fanboy. Guys, listen. Oda has to nerf Zoro before every final battle, because otherwise it'd be too easy.
Bruh, that's actually fucking hilarious. I love that shit so much.
I genuinely... Sorry, go ahead.
That's what I love. This Law loving for his crew.
Bro! Yeah! Okay, I have to talk about this. I have to talk about this. This shit got me so fucking hyped. Because that was a fucking character moment. That was a goddamn character moment. You see Law, you see that genuine concern in Law's eyes.
Bro, that shit...
that shit got me feely. I'm not kidding you. I was sitting here when he said that shit, I was like, oh, my boy Law, no! I was screaming that out loud. Legit.
Man, this man Zoro, Law is literally bruh. This
Shinobu was like, yo, we gotta fucking just kill. We gotta tell your fucking crewmates to just kill off themselves. They're gonna fucking, they're gonna spread the information. And Law's like, they would never do that. They would never do that.
Bruh. Law is like, fuck you. My crew would never sell us out like that. Fuck you. Shinobu's being a little bitch right now. She's like, if your crew is... I'm like, fuck you. My crew would never do that shit. And I'm going to save them. And they're like, they're like, no, it's a trap. And Shinobu's like, they must be killed. You're like, what the fuck did you say? Keep in mind that Law would wipe the floor with Shinobu easily.
Oh, obviously. I mean, he just room. Okay, we're done. All right, I'm fine in that moment because literally,
Vroom, take your...
here's the moment when I went like, oh, Law, because this is so out of character for him, but in a perfect way. Like, this is such an Oda character moment here, because it's the part where, so it's the bottom left of page 8. It's the wide shot panel where he's like walking away, like he's like kind of storming out of the room, right? And he says, once we save them, then you'll believe it. That is such a not Law thing to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like that's a legitimate, like that felt like more like Luffy, like, oh, I'll do it and then you'll see, you know what I mean? Like Law's genuinely like upset by them questioning the loyalty of his crew, which I love, because this is something I wanted Oda to go into so much for so long. Luffy, we see the bonds between Luffy and his crew. That is his family to him. Law strikes me as a similar type of captain, where his crew would be like family to him, and I really, really want to see Law and his crew and the dynamic between them, and you know how that is, like, how, you know, we know how Luffy and Sanji interact, we know how Luffy and Usopp interact, we know how Luffy and Zoro interact, but how does like Law and Beppo interact, Law and Sachi, Law and Penguin, Law and other unnamed members of his crew? You know, like I want to see that, and I hope to God that in this arc we get, I need a flashback of how Law met his crew. If not his whole crew, at least how Law met Beppo. I need that.
I agree. Because this shit also it proves that Law won't be dying, because more characters.
No, bro. I thought the exact opposite. I was like, the death flags are raising even higher.
I will be upset.
You don't feel that shit? Like, I thought you were going to be upset immediately because Law's storming off. Law's getting all emotional. Like, I'll save them. You'll see. Like, this is so fucking death flaggy, bro.
Like I said, if Law dies, I will stop watching I will stop reading One Piece for a week for boycotting.
By the way, I want everyone to stop and realize what he just said here. He'll stop reading One Piece for a week. Okay, so a week is how long it takes from one chapter to another. So he's going to stop reading for a week. Therefore, nothing will change, but he'll just say he's on strike for that week.
Big facts.
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
Bruh.
I can't wait to fucking rub that in your stupid idiot face when he dies.
I'm going to be so mad.
Bro, the chapter he dies, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know, something crazy happens at the end of this chapter, so I want your reaction. So just read it while I'm recording.
Bruh, I'm going to rant so hard. Law is one of my.
Angry. Okay, we've done this fucking talk before. I'm just.
He's in my top 3. I can't.
Bro,
I need him.
Usopp's in my top 3, and if he died, as long as he gets to Elbath first, then he can die. He has my permission. What's that movie where it's like, then you have my permission to die? I said it like Bane, so maybe it was Bane. I don't know.
Sounds something Darkseid would say.
Well, either way, once Usopp gets to Elbath, then he has my permission to die. He sees Elbath and then immediately on contact has a heart attack and dies from the sheer epicness. But let's see here. Other things to talk about. Speaking of Sanji getting beaten up too, I do love that Sanji's trying to claim he has, like, I didn't see anything. Bullshit, Sanji. The nosebleed says otherwise. He saw everything. And as we discussed in the previous video, Thurman confirmed this in his mind. Nami is definitely a fully shaven type of girl, so he didn't just see the boobs. He saw the vagina.
It's funny too, because I thought I'm impressed at Oda. I thought they didn't have time to address it, so Nami wasn't gonna think about it. But immediately,
well, you know what Nami did? Nami was smart about it. She waited until Sanji had fully saved her, then beat the fuck out of him.
That's funny. I thought Sanji's in the clear, but they're like, fuck no,
bro. Sanji,
fuck no.
Oda will never let Sanji be in the clear. He's fucked up like that. Anything else?
Bro. So
let's talk about weird, creepy dude. Like he's apparently like legit.
Bro, so two things, right? I want to ask you. The first thing is how they find. So we officially know that Orochi or whoever found out. So they're targeting people of the code, right? Yeah, so my question to you is,
they're targeting people that have that like moon on their ankle.
Who do you kind of ratted them out? Yeah, so who do you think ratted them out? Because I was thinking,
go ahead.
I was thinking like maybe Kishiro, because he saw it.
Kishiro, yeah.
Like he saw the thing, he was like it, but at the same time, he let Tomosaki's alive, so it's like,
well, I think Kyoshiro is not fully a bad guy, honestly. I think Kyoshiro may actually be more with Odin than we think, and I think Kyoshiro is playing like as like cringy people on the internet would say. I think Kyoshiro is playing 4-dimensional chess right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So in the sense that like I think that Kyoshiro is with Odin and with the rebellion, but I think he's high key pretending to be with Orochi, right? So I think that like he's gonna have some sort of plan that involves like telling Orochi like, oh look, there's this, right? But then like maybe it's gonna be something like they round up all the rebellion, right? And they get him in jail and they think like, all right, we stopped the rebellion, and then Kyoshiro at the last second just unlocks the cage and lets them all out, so like they have their guard down. Like he could do, I think it's gonna be something involving Kyoshiro pretending to be on the side of like stopping the rebellion, and then the last second he's like, lol, JK, this was all my master plan to actually make the rebellion even better,
Yeah, so because I remember you saying like you was like, he didn't really like Kyoshiro being a good guy.
Yeah, part of me does want him to be a bad guy because he's menacing as fuck. So I hope Oda can do some sort of like mixed bag thing where like maybe he's with Odin, but like still kind of a scumbag. I don't know. It'll be hard. It'll be interesting.
Because it's crazy because they're cracking down on the fucking people. So it's crazy. So I hope Oda. So we'll probably get some type of confirmation of what happened. But quick little thing, side note before we move on here. We see a conversation between Hawk and X-Drake over here.
Yo, my boys, that shit was funny. He's like, well, we can't look in the bathhouses anymore, so, good for you, Drake. He's like, well, that you ruined that shit, didn't you, Drake?
Bro, that is it's funny.
I'm liking I'm definitely liking the fucking relationship between Drake and Hawkins right now.
Hawkins and Drake. Oh, I need. Where is Apu, bro? Where is this?
Where is Apu, bro? Apu's gonna come out of nowhere like fucking Jesus himself and be like, the character you've been waiting for, Apu, Scratchman Apu.
Bruh, like Oda's gonna make Apu show up at like we at least expect.
Yo, hell to the yes, bro. They're gonna be like storming Kaido's fucking castle, and then like standing at the top like Soge King with his fucking cape billowing. It's gonna be Apu, and it's gonna be like, to get to Kaido, you got to get past Scratchman Apu.
Scratchman.
Hey, let's not forget, this man has a fucking ability that chops fuckers in half at the waist.
Sound-based attacks.
Yeah, but like I think people underestimate Apu. If he put a little bit, and jury's still out on if you can put Haki into a sound-based attack, but let's just be honest here. The motherfucker cut Kizaru in half. If it wasn't for the fact that there was no Haki in that attack, excuse, let me rephrase that. If there was Haki in that attack, that would have killed Kizaru. Period.
Oof. Yeah,
you know the attack I'm talking about. He was cut clean in half.
Yep.
So, like, let's talk Luffy. He does well, I mean, you could say he's rubbered, bounce it off. But, like, anyone. You do that same attack to Zoro. Sanji. Chopper. Frankie. Maybe not Frankie because he's half robot. But, anyway, like, that kills fuckers, right? Now, the only thing is you can tell in the manga and anime, that attack takes a hell of a lot of startup time, and I assume that's kind of the drawback to it. He had to do a whole fucking song to do that chop and a half move, right? So, but it is interesting. I think Apu is going to be one of the more fascinating characters in terms of fighting, for sure.
Whew, bro, he's doing some shit. He's hiding right now because he's doing some shit.
Well, remember, all we know about Scratchman is that, like, when it comes to, like, all the characters that are working with Kaido right now, he looked terrified. Oh, because we saw him over the Den Mushi, and he was the one that was like, yes, Kaido, of course, Kaido. So, I wonder if he's just, at this point, like, he strikes me as, like, the kind of guy that's, like, he's going to work for Kaido up until the moment where it seems like the tides are turning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, he's gonna be literally like all in on Kaido until the first time, like, they're gonna knock Kaido to his knees, right? Like, Kaido's gonna get knocked to his knees, and it's gonna be a huge big deal. And then Apu's just gonna be like, "Welp, I'm switching sides." I can just see him moseying over to the fucking Straw Hat side in the background after that shit happens.
Bruh, I can see it.
But yeah, final thoughts. Did I miss anything?
No, man. It's this chapter. Oda flexing. I gotta give it a 9 out of 10.
I don't do numbers because they're arbitrary and stupid.
I'm doing it to be different.
And ironically, by being different, you're being basic.
Oh yeah.
And with that, peace.